Okay guys, welcome to this video. In this video we are going to learn how to do vertical addition of whole numbers. First we're going to start with a conceptual explanation. We are going to use a representation of the numbers, and then we are going to learn how to do the vertical addition. So we are going to learn through an example. Let's say we want to add 132 plus 212. So the representation that we are going to use is using blocks. So for the 132, to represent the digit 1, the digit what is in the position of the hundreds. So that means we can represent it using this block here. It has 100 of small squares. Notice that it's 10 one side, 10 the other side. So in total, you have 100 little squares here. For the 3, which really is a 30, we are going to use 3 strips of 10. So 3 tens. Finally, in the position of the ones, we have 2. So 2 small squares. So we have the number 132. We do the same with the 212. So in the position of the hundreds, there's 2. We have a 2, so we need 2 big blocks of hundreds. 12, so we have 1 in the position of the tens, so just 1 strip, and 2 in the position of the ones, so 2 small squares. Okay, we have the representation of both. So in order to add it, the best is to group the the elements with the same size. For example, the hundreds, we are gonna put them together to count how many do we have in total. So let's say we have these three blocks here. We put it together. We do the same with the tens, with the strips. So it's three of them, and we put together the one of the other number. And finally, the ones. We are also going to put them together to check what is going to be the final answer. Okay, so that means we have 300s, 4 strips of 10, so 40, and 4 units, 344. So I want you to notice that this is what we do in the vertical addition. Every digit in a number has a position. This is the position of the ones, tens, and hundreds. So the idea is to put them together. So that's why in the vertical addition, we do that classification: ones, tens, and hundreds. So this is equivalent to the groups that we did here. We do 132 and 212, making sure that the digits are in the correct position. And then we do the addition. This way, we make sure that we are adding elements with the same size. 2 ones with 2 ones, 3 tens with 1 ten, and 100 with 200s. And then we do the addition. We always start from the right, okay? 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 1 is 4, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So this one is pretty straightforward, pretty easy. But then let's check what happens if they don't have the same amount of digits. For example, in this addition here, 32 plus 219. So 32 doesn't have a hundreds, so we are just going to represent it with 3 strips of 10, 3 tens, and 2 ones. And the 219. And now we do the same. We put the hundreds together, the strips of 10 together, put it here, 3 and another one here, and finally the ones. But this one also has something in special. If we put the ones together here, notice that this forms more than a strip of 10. So that means we need to take away the one here, and this would become a 10. This belongs here. And then finally just 1. So in this case, we are going to have 200s 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 51. 251. So let's see how it looks in the vertical addition. So we have ones, tens, and hundreds. So in this case, you need to be very careful because the 32 doesn't have hundreds, so we cannot put it here. So we would say 300s and two tens. That would be incorrect. So what we need to do is to put it in the corresponding place value. Three tens and two ones, 32. And then we add it with the 219. So always we need to line up to the right, the numbers. If you line up to the right, you make sure that this is going to be in the correct place value. And then you do the addition. This is the important part. 2 plus 9 is 11. So it's the same that we saw in the blocks. 11. So it's going to be one ten and one single. So we put the one single here and we carry the one for the tens. Okay? We carry the 10 that we have just formed to the next level, which is the level of the tens. And then we do the addition. 1 plus 3, 4, and plus 1 is 5. And nothing plus 2 is 2. So that's how we get the 251. Finally, guys, you can practice with these two exercises. So at this point, you can just pause the video, try to do the additions, and then put play again because I'm going to solve it. Okay, if you already did the operations, let's check them out. So 849. Notice that you don't need to write ones, tens, and hundreds every time. Just with lining up to the right is enough. 23. We add them together. 9 plus 3 is 12, which means we left the 2 here and carry on the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 2 is 7. And 8 plus nothing is 8. 872. 872. And let's check the other operation. 983 and 1000. Notice that since you line up to the right, you need to put the 9 here, the 5 here, 5 here, and the 1 would be alone because it's the only 1000. 9 plus 3 is 12, so again you put the 2 and carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, 9 plus 5 is 14. We put the 4 and carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. So put the 5 and carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, and that is the end of the operation, 2542. Okay, remember you can let any question in the comments box. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and if you want to book your own lessons with me, there is a link in the description for that. Thank you so much. See you next time.